had already showed me. So every place that we're at right now, everything that we have went through, God had already showed me. So I wasn't surprised. I just had to get to the promise in which He had already showed me and make sure that I stayed focused. There were times I lost focus, but nobody knew. Those times I was discouraged, but I always said, "What's up, cuz? How you doing, man? It's so great." But I was discouraged. I needed some help. I needed some encouragement. I needed somebody to help me stay the course. And I had to do it myself a lot of times. Encourage myself. That's so when people hear me say certain things, look yourself in the mirror. Encourage yourself. Build yourself up because everybody ain't gonna do it for you. So I had to make sure I kept myself focused.
Hello in Arizona.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? It's the journey, brother.
It's all about the
And you
journey.
already know, man. That's the sauce boss right there. You already know about that journey, doc. I see you on all the time. We talking about the journey.
And then it's the process that you have to go through. You can't just jump over the process. You have to go through it.
Have to go through it. The brand and the vision was great. I just couldn't resist the offer and the benefits. Understood. I'm ready to expand.
That is part of the process. That's part of the plan.
I agree 100%.
Hmm.
But you doing well though, man. You doing well. Yeah, you're doing well. Here's the other part. Here's another thing that I want to help people that are starting their business and stop looking at other folks a lot of times. It's all right to sit around and ask questions, but here's the thing: it's not as easy as they make it look. It's not as easy as you see other people make it look because a lot of times you have to see where they're at. And I'm gonna explain that to you, right? So a lot of times we see people functioning, we see people functioning like a well-oiled machine. We see them doing this and doing that. People say that all the time about when they see me and my wife and my daughter in the restaurant. I ain't been in my restaurant, and I'm gonna brag on my team. I ain't been in our main restaurant. Me and my wife, we ain't been in the main restaurant in 3 weeks. Anybody know me? Know that is hard. That would been hard for me. Three 3 weeks at our restaurant that we grew. We literally grew this thing because my staff bought into my vision and our plan. Our staff bought into our vision and our plan and are running our business the way it's supposed to be run. Yeah, there's certain things that's not being done perfectly the way I want them done, but they have doubled their numbers. They have everything that we have asked of them. They have gotten it done. So I have to sometimes take a step back and look and say, you know what? I'm gonna overlook that. I'm gonna overlook that. I can overlook that little small thing because any other time I would have been irate and going in. It's the small things that I was able to overlook, and then just keep them encouraged. I keep them encouraged. Man, y'all doing an awesome job, and for them not to see me. Like today, I walked in today, and my manager said, "Why are you here? Get off the line." I got on the line for a minute. I was just gonna help him out. He said, "You messing up the flow of things," and for a minute, I got offended. I said, "How you gonna tell me I created this?" But then listen, I tucked my tail and I said, "Yes, sir," and got out of his way and never said another word.
Ryan says it helps when your life partner that shares the same vision.
True. Everybody don't. Brother, let me tell you something. Every married couple spouse is not there to help them. I've heard stories where the spouse is tearing down the other spouse and they're making money. But they're owning their own business, but it seems like they're running a business by themselves. My mother talks to me every day. Kevin, be happy. Kevin, you be glad. Kevin, this because your wife is by your side. That she tells me this. My mother tells me this all the time. She said, Kevin, look at the story. Look at the other people that are out here that are married and their wives are not even in the restaurant helping you. She helped you get to where you was at. You might have had the vision, but it was because of your wife that y'all was able to grow. Everybody don't have that. And yes, it's great to know you got somebody that you can trust and they got your back. Everybody don't have that. Great leadership. Yes, Listen, we work hard at it, cuz. Build confidence, it does, man. It does. And Tanya says yes. Again, so we talked about staying focused. We talked about having a plan, and we also just talked about it's not as easy as they make it look. So don't be discouraged when you starting your business off and you trying to model yourself after somebody else. Just know that they put the time in to get to where they're at, and it's going to take you when you start your business to put the proper time in to get your stuff to work like a well-oiled machine. How long did it take J&K to start running the way it's running now?
At least, year 5. At least.
At least year 5, it started running smooth. We had a decent manager then. He wasn't good, he was decent, and I liked him. I still like him to this day.
He was a good guy.
Yeah, I still like him to this day. He still got a place in my heart. Yeah. He came in during the trials and tribulations of us learning other things, and we had other things going on. And I will publicly say that, and I said this to him, I mishandled him because I knew he could operate our business. I didn't treat him in the manner in which he deserved. And I can publicly say that. I did. I made him, he left us, and I take 50% of the blame. And some of it was, it was a greater opportunity. It looked like the grass was greener on the other side. But I take 50% on that. I never said nothing about my wife. My wife it was all me because I took advantage of a good guy. Not intentionally, but I was trying to do other things which would give us visibility, marketing, ABCDEFG, and because he was strong enough to run it, I mishandled. And that's another thing, and I'm being transparent with you guys. If you guys start a business, make sure you're taking care of your staff because they're the ones that keep you going. Make sure you're taking care of them. And like I just said, I mishandled a good guy, right? It wasn't intentional, but I mishandled him, and I didn't support him and take care of him in the best way I should have. A lot of times it was because we didn't have the finances there. We gave him the best that we could give, and his salary should have been way more. Once we got to that point, once we got to the point where we could pay him his deserving, he kind of it was time for him to transition out. He was tired, going through a whole lot. I get it. And to this day, when I seen him last time, I wish him the best. And our door, regardless, will always be open because I know what he brings to the table. So here's what it is. That was a transparent moment for y'all business owners.
We've talked to a lot of people that have had the big ideas, the big vision that when I get this business, I'm gonna hire these people and I'm gonna sit at home. I'm gonna sit at home and I'm gonna watch them work my business. When it's your baby, don't get discouraged. Don't stay focused because it may not happen that way. People leave, people come, people not going to do what you say. Just stay the course, stay focused. Have a plan. Whoever you hire, or if you at home or you in the business, have a plan. Just know it's not as easy as it looks.
Not as easy as it looks.
Year 15 don't look like year 1. When you just starting, it's going to be some bumps in the road that you're going to have to learn. Even though people tell you about it, there's still some bumps in the road that you still have to learn. And it's not going to be as easy as it looks. Just know it.
Just know it's not going to be as easy as that person makes it look.
Right. Ryan said the passion wakes me up. The passion keeps me awake. It's gonna be a lot of sleepless nights.
To this day, I get 4. To this day, I probably get 4.5 hours sleep, 3.5, 4 hours sleep. I'm constantly trying to better myself, constantly trying to learn something, constantly trying to learn different ideas, constantly trying to do this, constantly trying to do that, constantly trying to keep up on the trends, constantly trying to see what's out there. So I don't get a whole lot of sleep. But I'm getting older now. I'm almost 50 now, so I'm getting a little older where I need the rest. because I can't operate without it. Paula, like I said,
The anointing makes it look easy.
the anointing makes it look extremely easy because the anointing keeps you going. Because when I get tired, girl, I go to God. While I'm in that tired, I God, I need you to give me strength, show me. A lot of times, my conversations with God is what allows me to get that boost for the day. And you right, sis, it's the Holy Spirit. I'm telling you, girl. People come and people go. We have to experience the rough times. And you right, big bro. Plant good seeds, absolutely. We got to plant good seeds. Now, and this is another thing. I'm glad you said. Listen, I'm so glad you said that. You treat people how you want to be treated. That is such an old saying, but that saying means so. Now that I've gotten older, that saying means so much because the way we're givers. Me and my wife are givers. We're givers. And it's been hard for me coming up the years to be a receiver. Now I'm at the point now because I've given so much of me. Now I enjoy the fact that somebody wants to give unto me. Why? Because I treat everybody the same. I'm never disrespectful intentionally. I never try to do anything harmful. I am what I am. I am who I am. But that comes back, man. That really do. You planting those good seeds, bro. They come back to you. They really come back to you. Somebody will walk into your restaurant with opportunities. Why? Because you treated somebody well. I always tell people all the time, whenever I'm out and about, I treat everybody like I want somebody to treat my wife and my daughter when I'm not around, my mother when I'm not around, my staff when I'm not around. I treat everybody that way. So when I go to other people's establishments or whatever, I treat them with the utmost respect. I make sure I tip them at least 20%. Or I'm trying to put a smile on their face. I can see the frustration, all those things. Because at the end of the day, my daughter is growing her business. Right? Y'all know my daughter is the owner. She just turns 18. She's a senior in high school this year. And this year, she actually takes over her own restaurant for the first time. So you guys stay the course. Hey, what's up, Ken Folk? What are you doing? She will be running her General Booth location. So those of y'all that are in the area, after she graduates in June, let's say July, August, we got a couple of festivals we got to do. But Kiana will be running her own location of the General Booth location. It's a slower location. And this is why we're giving her the slow one for the moment. I mean, she's lit. It's all her. That is out the picture. And this is her learning. This is her learning store. This is a store where she goes in and she opens it, she closes it, she does it all. And this is the time for her to get her trials and tribulations. This is the time for her to go through the learning process. This is the time for her to embark on her journey because this is what she wants. Top raising startup capital and finding. So my starting up capital. I'm glad you said that, Tremaine. So raising starting up capital is going to be different from everybody, right? We were blessed. We were blessed. So my startup capital is a little bit different. We were blessed to start our business with only $1,500. Y'all ain't hearing what I'm saying. We started our first restaurant, J&K Style Grill on College Park, for $1,500. Because when we walked in, the guy that was there, the initial guy that was there, was just so eager to get out of it. I mean, we walked into the equipment, the hood, the chairs, the tables, the sign that's outside the thing, $1,500.
That's why it just says burger.
That's why it just says burgers. We walked into it for $1,500. So we had that. Well, my wife had that saved up. I didn't have it. So I had to borrow the money from my wife to go and get started. So we started with business. Now let's talk about the second and third location. Second and third location, we raised capital of our own. And because we worked it for a little bit by ourselves, paid the debt, we paid our debt. We had zero debt when we opened up the second restaurant, business debt. We had zero business debt. And during the process, I was cleaning out my personal debt. So we had zero debt. We had a car payment. We had the 2 car payments and mortgage. We had the 2 car payments and mortgage, but the business itself, because we started so low, we were able to raise money. And we bought the food truck, We ended up purchasing our food truck. It was a $60,000 truck, but because that guy was trying to get out of it, this is all God. Because that guy was trying to get out of it, we ended up buying that $60,000 truck for $40,000 less, and paid it off in 6 months. Because again, we got with Cassandra. She's the food trucker. Angela, and that was one. Anna, and they was giving us knowledge on certain things, which made us go out and get jobs where we wasn't making the $200. We making money.
Don't overlook MJ.
Yeah, MJ. I'm sorry, that's what I was trying to think of when I said. And MJ, all four of those young ladies schooled us. I mean, they educated us, and they were saying stuff I didn't want to hear at the time, but they were giving us the information on how to make money. So we made enough money to pay off the food truck. Paid off the food truck in 8 months.
Still not getting paid.
Still not getting a paycheck. We put everything back into the business, and we was able to save up enough money to go. We went to Military Circle Mall. Military Circle Mall, the rent was a little cheaper, so we was able to make money and save that money. So when we got into our third location at General Booth, we went in there. And the debt, and that was only $20,000. So because it was only $20,000, we didn't need any capital from anybody else. So us raising capital is going to be different than what other people would have. Other thing is pay your debts at home, get your credit score up. Because when we first started opening up J&K Style Grill, my credit score was a 500, maybe like a 510. And I was determined that I was going to get my credit score right, pay my debts, and not having, and that's how we was able to survive for 4 years, because I took everything I had and paid off the debt. And because of that, when I was still in the military at the time, when I got my little checks, we put it into the business. We put it into the business. We put it into the business. So we used all our own money to raise capital. Yeah. It was all, bro. Listen, bro. It was, man. We had favor. Again, that goes back to what he was saying, planting good seed. Because we planted good seeds going into this, we reap the benefits off. And anybody come encounter with us, bro, they'll tell you, man. I treat everybody with the utmost respect. I love on everybody, man, because you never know who that person or what that person has, the information they have for you, wisdom, knowledge, all those things, man. Yeah.
Cecilia is still with us.
Cecilia is still with it. Listen, I talked to my sister yesterday. Me and her were talking today. Yesterday, me and my sister were talking today. Me and my sister were talking today, and I asked her. I said, you know what? We've been together, man, probably 14 years. And I said, big sis, just give me 10 more years. You give me 10 more years, we'll rock it out. And she looked at me, she laughed, and guess what she told me? Okay, Kevin, I give you 10 more years. Because of I love her, man. Listen, she is one of the 4 women in my life at this point in this area that can talk trash to me. My mama, my wife, my daughter, who's the owner, and my sister Cecile. Them the only ones that can fuss at me and me not say nothing back. Group economy is vital for melanin and Black people as a whole. We only, circulate our dollars less than 8 hours. But that's because of our own greed. Let's talk. We got to talk about this, man. One day you got to come into the restaurant. We're gonna sit around and talk. It's been our own greed that stops us. They'll go to another establishment that's not us and pay their prices and not say it costs a lot.
And not complain.
But they'll come to us, big brother. They'll come to us. And our prices are the exact same or less. And they will say to us, you're too high. You're too high for the neighborhood. We're giving you quality product. I don't have cheap stuff. We don't have cheap stuff in our restaurant.
Not imitation crab.
We don't got no image. We don't have none of that. Everything is handmade. Everything is, but our economy, our melanin people will come into our establishment. Not everybody. I'm not gonna say everybody. It's a small percentage now. It's a small percentage because we have built a reputation and they know our quality. I will say that. But a lot of times it has been us being so cheap but we'll go to the next person. We'll go to the Asians, the Arabics,
McDonald's.
McDonald's meal costs you $15 now. I don't care where you go. You can go to McDonald's that used to cost you $6. It costs you $15 right now. And you'll say, we're high. And you know the product they putting out. You already know what they do. So you'll pay $15 for a product that should have cost you $5. But you come to us and you see us preparing the food fresh. You see us cutting this stuff. You see these things are done fresh. And you see the drinks are made fresh. And you will say, y'all too expensive. And again, it's a very small portion now. It used to be bigger. Used to be way bigger. It's a smaller portion now.
We just had a man, a young person, come
People are
in,
answers, I agree. Go ahead.
come into General Booth. He came in. We talked to him through the menu. He knew what he was getting. He paid the money, and he got the food. He said, "Oh, I need a refund. I just paid too much." No lie, no lie. So we gave him his refund.
What's up, Lester?
And just said, "Thank you. Have a nice day."
Hey, Lester, man, bro, listen, am I saying anything different than what you deal with in your business?
Oh, Lester deals with it. He knows.
One of the best photographer, videographers in the 7 cities. I can guarantee you if he tell you some of his story, and I say this with all due respect. It's mostly us dealing with us that will make a statement like that. Nobody else. I can do any catering for anybody else, and they'll never question my price. They'll never question anything because of who we are, number one. They've researched us, number two, and know the product that we use. I've never gave nobody anything less than good.
And just to piggyback, Tremaine, yes, you have to invest into your people. You have to. One of the biggest blessings that we have is when they come to us, work under us, and then leave, and then come back and say, "Thank you for teaching."
The greatest thing, because a lot of times, and they think that when they go somewhere else, because everybody that's left us just about has always returned. Everybody, and it could have been just for the moment, but they've always returned. What do you think that say about us? People may not like us for how we do what we do, but they respect us enough to come back and get under the same umbrella of leadership that we give, and then go and take what we've taught them. Attitude is a reflection of leadership. If I tell you the sky is blue, guess what? Trust me, it's blue. People do that. People take those statements right there and go to other businesses and run other businesses off what I've taught them. But around me, they're talking bad about us. But that's just, y'all know how that goes. Y'all know how that goes.
So for when they work at J&K and go somewhere else and know that the process is the same, you still have to follow those rules. We was not lying to them, or they're not making any more money.
Making less. They will leave us to make less, thinking they're going to get more, because then they understand. Well, man, everything that they was trying to teach us, we still have to do at another spot. Well, why don't they respect us enough to learn from us? Instead, they go somewhere else and get the exact same teaching. I've been doing this for 30 years. I don't know how to do nothing. I've ran multiple restaurants, multiple $1 million businesses. That's all I've ever done. And do you think I'm going to run mine anything less than that? It'll never happen. It'll never happen. We got off course a little bit. Let me get back on course for how you start. And we got Derek on here. Derek owns Dream Barbershop. He's right in the same neighborhood that we're in. Derek just hello, Derek. Man. Derek probably been running his business.
If we go 9, he probably about
7, 8 years. 7, 8 years. Derek been running his. And he can tell you, and it's different. Again, these are different. He has a barbershop, but I'm sure he can tell you the same trials and tribulations that you're hearing us talk about. He go through the exact same. I've seen it. I'm in his barbershop every day, sitting there running my mouth with the barbers all the time. And they come and they go. They come and they go. They leave and come back. They come and they go. And they always they go somewhere else and see somebody doing something different. And they come back and try to implement it. I don't want to deal with that foolishness.
Ryan, you're right. You're right with what you're saying. When people come and work with you, like we have a lot of teenagers, high schoolers that come work with us, and they graduate and they go back. Go live their life. and then come back to us and it's like, well, thank you. I learned this, or I'm doing this. I'm doing this. I'm doing such and such because of what you taught us. That is a good feeling. A good feeling to
That's
know
great, Mike.
they're doing better,
What's up, man?
and it actually took what we said.
Mickey, man, how you been doing, man? I ain't seen you in probably a couple years, man. Good to see you on here, man. Big brother Mike, this is Mike Lamel. This is who I was telling you about
The voice.
earlier. The voice, yeah, the host with the most. Uh, he has several businesses, so he runs through the same thing. But y'all already know. Let's get back on course. Here's the other part, and then we're gonna get ready to get off of here. Here's the thing that I always try to teach.
Thank you, Kevin.
Hey, what's up there, kinfolk? You doing all right? You weren't near that bridge this morning, were you? It's good to see you, Mickey, man. Good to see you, brother. When you're starting a business, right? Here is one thing I want you guys to understand. It's all right to save money. It's never okay to cut corners. It's all right. That's good. I'm proud of you. Michael Mail, don't get here. Hey, leave my brother alone. People that are starting your business, you always want to save money. Don't be a penny pincher, because the quality of your product is a representation of your brand. Don't take shortcuts, is what we're saying. Shortcuts are what will get you up. So my mother has told me this day one. She said, Kevin, always make sure your recipe stays the same, because once they try your food, they're coming back again for the exact same taste. And they will know if you change the taste of your product. That's for somebody out there that is about to start a business. Stay true to who you are and don't take shortcuts, because when that person tries your product, your soap, your DJing, your haircut, whatever it is, you can't take a shortcut, because they're coming right back to experience the exact same thing over again. That's why we learned how to have a rotation of people, because we kept feeding them the exact same thing. We kept feeding them the exact same taste. We never took I never stopped paying for the product I was getting, even though the product was going up and we couldn't always afford it. I never took shortcuts.
A classic example is the crab egg rolls during COVID. And during COVID, wing prices went through the roof.
Wing prices were $200 a case.
From $40.
From $40 to $200. Crab went up to $60 a can, and we used to be able to get it for $11. Went to $60 a can. Oil for the fryers went to $60 from $18 to $60 per 35 pounds of oil, and we never changed our price. We never shortcut it. We never shortcutted our brand.
So no matter what goes on in the economy, that you have to stay true to your name, your brand, and remember anything that you do, how the people treat it, your customer service, what you put out, people are going to remember you for that. And you're going to tarnish your name, or you're going to shine your name because of how you treat people and with the product that you put out.
All right, here's the last thing we're finna get off here, man. Y'all, I'm gonna always come back. Because it's yours burger, man.
That Daniel burger is a top seller.
It's one of the top sellers, man.
Oh my gosh. Dr. Pepper barbecue sauce, jalapenos and cheese, just a plain burger, top seller.
Never, bro, I ain't changed it yet. I ain't changed the recipe from when me and you first did it. It's been the same. Only thing I've changed is the bun, but I went to a better quality bun.
And military men like to put it double. So you have two. They love that burger.
I've never changed the recipe, bro. Never have. And listen, and your name is still on it. We've never changed it.
Stay true to it.
Stay true to it. Now the price went up because the product went up, but we stayed true to it, brother. Stay true to it. Here's the last thing, man. We're finna get off here, man. We've been on here a long time. I need to go eat something, man. Here's the last thing when you're starting your business. Everybody, I need y'all to listen to this one. I need you to listen to this one. Really good. Don't be discouraged if your credit score is under 500. I need something with my name on. Well, you like plain stuff. What you want me to give you? I can do something with your name on it.
Tanya, we can share the Tanya doll. We
Yeah,
can
yeah,
share
yeah.
the Tanya doll.
Well, it ain't plain enough for you. So
Piece of bread.
here's the thing: don't be discouraged when or if you have a low credit score. Don't be discouraged. Don't go out and try to get no credit card because your interest rate's gonna be through the roof. Try your hardest. Hear what I'm telling you to pay your debt. Whatever debt, outstanding debt you got out there, sacrifice for your brand, your name, your business to get your credit score to where it needs to be. It took me 3 years to go from 500 to a 750, 760 now. I think I'm up there somewhere. It took me 3 or 4 years to really get there, but I sacrificed. I made sure I had no debt. I cleared all of my debt. I might keep a couple $100 on a credit card just because. But that's the advice I got for you because you're going to eventually need something. And we had to, let me tell you what our credit score did for us. when we had to borrow one time from a funding thing one time. When I tell you they were taking so much money, we almost lost our business. But because my credit score was so low and we needed it, man, the interest rate, you couldn't have told me my interest rate wasn't 50%. You couldn't have told me that. Because they were taking money out of our account every day for 6, 7 months. Every day. And so we got a $20,000 loan. We had to pay them back $50,000. I'm not exaggerating this number. Because that was the one thing that made me say, I'm gonna get my credit score right because I deserve better. And because I did that process, I took the time. My wife did too. My wife, because we was borrowing. We had to borrow a couple of times to keep us afloat, and we paid outrageous numbers. I mean, it was outrageous. But those are the learning lessons, which made me say, let me get my credit right. Let me pay off some of these debt. Let me make sure my debt, my debt to what's name ratio is this way instead of this way, right? I don't want to have so much debt and I don't have the funds coming in. I want it to be the other way around, right? So now when people see us working, they're able to see the stuff, and now you know the process of how we got to the stuff that we have. Beautiful home. We had 5 or 6 cars we had. We done downsize on the cars, but what's up there, girl? What you doing? How's everything out there in Atlanta? But yeah, make sure you guys are getting your credit score right? Y'all got any other questions for us on here? We better get ready to get off here, man. Y'all got any more? When you're starting a business, man, I promise you. And then the other thing is, let me add this on. This wasn't in my notes. Let me add this. Let me give you this part. Find a mentor. Find somebody you can trust that will mentor you into success. And don't be afraid to get somebody tough that will hold you accountable. Because it's the people that help our account when all those PPP loans was going out, when all those little what's her name, she looked at us and emailed us and looked at us and said, don't you fall for it. Don't you do it. And made us suffer. We didn't really suffer the pandemic. We made money.
We was working.
We were working.
We didn't take no time off. We was working.
Our staff took the PPP thing, whatever it was, but we had to work, which helped us out. But you find somebody that's going to hold you accountable in your growth of your business.
And make sure that mentor has been where you're trying to go. You don't want to have mentor. You don't want to have wisdom with somebody that have not ever owned a business. Correct. Or have never done what you're trying to do.
Correct.
Make sure you use wisdom in choosing your mentor. They have to have experience. To give you some advice.
Ryan says, don't let other people dictate how you run your own business. Good. That's real good. Having a mentor sometimes is not. A lot of times they don't dictate. It's just like coaching. Like I'm a certified coach now, business coach, whatever. Our job is not to dictate your business. Our job is to help you get to the goal you're trying to reach. So we have to sometimes take a step back and allow you to tell us what direction you want to go in, and then we talk through the do's and don'ts of or the direction in which you want to go to. Have you thought about this? Does this make sense to you? Not that they're trying to, a mentor is going to dictate, but it's going to help you visually see your plan and your goal for the next step. Anybody that's trying to dictate, you don't need them. You're absolutely right. You need to get them out because they can't nobody dictate me. You can advise me and help me see things differently, open my eyes to certain things, but you can't dictate.
Now there are going to be some people that going to give you unsolicited advice.
Mhm.
Use it as wisdom, just wisdom. Use wisdom. Their personal taste is not yours, or where your business trying to go.
Hey, Ryan, you know some people put paprika on stuff and think it got a taste to it. They just want to say they gave you a little seasoning for it. That's why I always came to y'all's restaurant. It was inspiring to see Black folks being great. Y'all was making delicious food, but y'all was really providing Black excellence. That's an honor, bro.
Jermaine, that is an honor that we are your mentors, low key. That is an honor.
We hear that often, man. People see us from a distance, and we get these type of comments all the time, man. And I'm grateful for it that people will see us in the manner in which they see us, and we're not out here doing foolishness. Our names are not. You don't hear our names in the streets. Everybody don't like us. It is what it is. Everybody don't like you, and sometimes you ain't done nothing. They just don't like you because they want to be where you at, or they think they think that because you're successful, they should be successful. All those things.
You never know who's watching.
You never know, man. And I'm so grateful that people stop us in the stores and stuff, and they stop us about the videos we've done and all those things, man. So it's been a blessing. I'm grateful. I am extremely grateful. A guy named Reggie Gilliard. I'm gonna give y'all this, and I'm gonna get out of here. Reggie Gilliard taught me. I was 19 years old. I was doing carpentry work with him, and he said back then they called me Kilo, man. They said, Kilo, this is the one thing I want you to do for me when you get older. I want you to remember everything that I've ever taught you or tried to teach you because you was hard-headed. This is what he said to me. Tried to teach you because you was hard-headed. The only thing I want you to do is to come back to me and say thank you once what I've tried to teach you resonates to you. And I had an opportunity. We was there last year. Last year I had an opportunity to see him. I took him to breakfast. And we had our moment, and I really just wanted to see him face to face and tell him thank you. I'm 47 years old, and I'm grateful, man. Thank you so much for everything you tried to pour in me, even when I didn't listen. You saw enough in me that you would teach me, and then told me to come back when it made sense to me. So I repaid him, and it means a lot that people come to us and say the same thing. What Teddy talking about? Love your grind.
He's the master of grind.
Teddy be everywhere. Teddy is master grind. Teddy, we grind hard, brother. We grind hard out here in these streets, baby. You know, you be there with us. What's up, Thomas? What's up, Jimmy? What's up, cousin? What's up, Pastor? This is our pastor, Pastor Rita Lofton, got on here, man. Listen, if you guys don't have anything going on Easter or you in the area, I don't know the address. I don't ever know that. It's over by Lulu's. I tried to buy Lulu's. She didn't want to sell it to us. But our church is Purpose Life Community Church. We sit under the leadership of Pastor D'Angelo and Rita Lofton. Rita can sing a little tail off, and Pastor can shout. And I saw him. Where was he at? Hampton. I saw him get the shake in. He was preaching, boy. He was in it. And when I saw him doing them old preaching,
the walls down.
He did one of them old preaching jerks. I was proud of him. I sat back in the back. I said, look at that old young man over there preaching. Yeah. He was in there hooping. What's the address?
So we're located at 4406 Indian River Road. That's in Chesapeake, Virginia. The zip is 23325. That is Purpose Life Community Church. We're also over the marriage ministry.
Yeah. Go to marriage ministry too. Yeah. We had a great time last. I'm gonna invite y'all next time we get on here. I'm gonna invite y'all married folks to get into the marriage thing. We're talking about doing Zoom. They haven't really gave us direction on what we, because the Zoom was excellent because people was able to get on that couldn't come to where we was at, whatever. But yeah. What's up, Chop?
So
Chop,
if-
I'll be in home. We'll be home I'll be in the area on Friday.
So if you're interested in information about the marriage ministry, drop us a message. Let us know that you want to be invited, and we'll let you know when the next time we meet, so you can make plans.
Cause I'm always praying for my Aunt Ruth. Pastor Rita, my cousin, my first cousin, Kawana, her mother, I think she's still in hospice, cancer. She just asked for prayer. So we'll keep on our prayer list at the church. My aunt gonna be all right with her crazy self. Kevin, what you doing? Oh, yeah. Hey, look, we finna get off here, man. I enjoyed my time with y'all. Next week we're probably gonna talk about more business. This week, the last couple of weeks we've been talking so much about marriage, that I wanted to make sure that we do the other part of talking about the business side of things, because there's a lot of people out there that are just getting started and starting their business, and you need to know some of the foundation and stuff that I gave you, that me and my wife gave, was foundational. First thing was stay focused. Oh, we're about to get off here, so I'm gonna give you the points. The first thing that we talked about is stay focused. Second thing is make sure. What's up, Ernest? How you doing, big bro? Make sure you have a plan in place, because your plan is going to be your success. And I also teach. Again, I'm a certified business life coach. I also teach set short-term goals. I always say set quarterly goals. Every 3 months, you should be at a point where you can accomplish whatever your goal was for that quarter. So every quarter you're accomplishing a goal, and that keeps you encouraged. Because if you got a goal that's this big and you only can meet this much, you're gonna become discouraged. So stay focused. All right. Other thing is, it's not as easy as it looks, and that means just because a person or a business is in a certain place doesn't mean that it was easy for them to get there. You can jump right in and be where they're at, because we never know when they jumped off the cliff and how long it took them to pull the string on their parachute. Because everybody's parachute don't open as soon as you jump off the cliff. You could be meters, feet from the ground, and your parachute open. It opens up enough not to kill you, but it'll dust up your knees, and you'll learn from it. So be prepared for that. What was the other thing, sweetheart? What was the other thing? And I got to get off here. Save your money and don't take shortcuts. Save your money, don't take shortcuts. And the last thing is increase your credit score. Work on building your credit up. It's very important as business owners that you have decent credit. You at least need to be over 600. 650 is where you need to be at, really, to get decent interest rate. If you have to borrow. If you have to borrow, you need to get your interest rate to about 650. Invest in your staff. That's another thing. Be an investment into your staff. We try to bless our staff as much as possible to keep them vibrant and know that we care, that they care about our business being ran the way it is. Hey, listen, we love you guys, man. Thank you again for having us and coming on and sharing with us, sharing some of your wisdom, giving some of your words. But yeah, it's been such a pleasure. My name is Kelvin.
I'm Latanya.
And we are the Duelists, baby. So we are part of business, marriage, and ministry. Hey, we almost got it down pat, man. We almost got it down pat. Listen, y'all have a wonderful night. Again, if you guys don't have anything going on for Easter Sunday, come and hang out with us. DM us. Meet us down at and we go. So we're supposed to be in Georgia, but we driving back Saturday to be with our church family on Sunday. Just to be with the church family. Man, we making sacrifices out here. We got something to do down there, but we coming right. We're gonna go down there and turn right back around. It's like an 8-hour drive, 9-hour drive for us. We're gonna go down there, turn right back around so we can be with our family on East, our church family on Easter. Who else making sacrifices like that? That's because we love them. They good people. Listen, love y'all. Y'all have a good night.